Good evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome to our Sunday edition of our leadership call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm so happy and excited to have everybody here so that we can learn how to grow our businesses and just get down to the nitty gritty of all of it. But a quick trip to the newbie corner. So I was thinking about something today that I feel like it has been holding me back um, in talking to people. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, the majority of the people that either I have, brought on as business partners or people that have purchased from me were strangers. And I think a lot of times we think about, I know I have thinking about, well, I don't know anybody, or I don't, have any, body that would want to do this, but the majority of the people, whether if you're reaching out with leads, you're reaching out on Facebook or social media, or just people that you casually meet, um, it's like you have to have that waitress mindset that, would you like a cup of coffee? They say no, okay. It once you get that, it does not bother you as much. I was when I was sending out a bunch of emails today, I just thought about that. I was like, it's okay if they don't want to do it. And it's also okay if they do. It's even better, but it's okay if they don't. And it should not bother me because I'm just looking for the right person at the right time in their life. And it may not be the right time. I know for a lot of people it might be the right time about right now, but just might not be the right time. So just keep that waitress mindset. Just if you're offering, if they don't want it, that's fine. Um, and It's funny because the people that you think would, your friends or whoever might not buy from you, might not join your business, but people that you, like I said, strangers that you meet casually may join your business and may develop a great friendship as well as a business partnership. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'd like to bring to your attention our amazing Coach Will Zanders. He is a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing world and a seven-figure earner here at our Green Organics company at Heart and Body Naturals, and our first six-figure earner at Goldesana. An amazing teacher, always has great insight on how to grow your business. So, Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
I am available, Miriam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, Miriam is not wrong. The newbie corner, the waitress mindset is something that's been super valuable for all of us over time, and it really helps you to not be personally, emotionally attached to the outcome of that particular interaction. And when you see what we've got to talk about a little bit later, to give you a heads up on some things, it'll become even more relevant what she just talked about. And I also want to thank Coach Marcus as well for putting this Zoom together. Now we have a lot of information to cover about. Some of it will resonate with some of you very quickly. Some of the other information is going to go right over some people's heads, but you'll be able to come back to this recording and you'll say, you know what? I get it. That makes sense. As the world in the future just continue to evolve as it's doing. So first up, let's talk about your mindset when it comes down to your content on social media. I got a couple of messages, and I get these from time to time, but I figure if I have to explain it to one person, let's just explain it to everybody. And someone was disappointed because their content that they were putting out, their Facebook posts and some of their reels just weren't getting the traction that they really wanted them to. And I recommended a YouTube video that they can watch and a book that we recommended last week on just making your social media better. Now, that being said, they had one post they talked about that had like 11 or 12 likes. It only had, 11 likes and like three or four comments on it. And I asked them how many people out of the 12 people who liked it were members of our team. And they said like five. I said, okay, no problem. So they went and counted. And it was like six or seven people that were totally not involved with us at all, but had liked the content. Okay. I don't care if it's eight people or five or 12. If you get three people that are not currently involved with your business and they showed up as a view on one of your reels or they liked one of your posts, I want you to start to shift your mindset about the way you see social media in general. If you've got 15 likes on a post, and allow a lot of people get hundreds and hundreds, some get thousands, okay? You get 15 likes on a post. It's the equivalent of you being in a room with 15 people and you just told them something and they all listened to it and heard it. If you get 30 likes on a post, you're in a virtual classroom with 30 people and you just gave them some information that they not only got, they clicked on it. They really engage with the content. Okay. Put a one in the chat if that makes sense. If you get 5 people who like your post, you are in a classroom with 5 people who got information from you. So think about, envision yourself as sitting at the front of a class with a podium. If you've got 5 or 10 or 15 or 30 people in that class, and you say, hey, everybody, this is what I want to let you know. And they go, okay, got it. Makes perfect sense. Like, think about that. So never get really caught up in the, oh, my only 2 people liked it or 3. Listen, people are watching, and that's just the people who engage with it. It is always way more people who visually saw it. And if you're on professional mode, which is free, and everybody on Facebook should be in professional mode because you're a professional network marketer, why wouldn't you be on the free professional mode of the biggest networking tool in our lifetime, which is Facebook, still to this day with 3 billion active users, which is just crazy. You want to be in professional mode and you can look and see how many people saw the post. Sometimes it's 50 or 100. And I want you to immediately say, that's a win. I got 50 people to take. I don't care if it's 3 likes or 2 comments. I'm not worried about that. People are seeing what I'm doing and they're seeing my content about products. They're seeing my content about my lifestyle. They're seeing my content when I edify people. They're seeing the educational, empowering, informational content and stuff like that. That is all you at the front of the class, and you've got a room of 5 or 10 or 3 people or 80 people or 100 people. And with your mindset, that should allow you to just create more content. Do not be emotionally attached to it at all. Just put it out there, let it do what it's designed to do, and that will build your network. Okay. Put a one in the chat if that makes sense, because be excited about that engagement. It's your audience and they're hearing you. I don't ever want to hear anybody say, oh, only 5 people liked my post, I probably should take it down. Cancel that. No, we're not doing that. All right. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit, and I will do a little bit of how to, but I'm trying to stay away from that. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. All right. We're going to talk about Bitcoin because it is something that at this point in our world, it is unignorable for anybody who is looking for long-term finance. And I'm going to make it make sense for people in a second. But let me ask you, how many people on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 means I'm an expert at Bitcoin, I know everything about it and cryptocurrencies. And then a 1 is I have no idea what it is, but I've heard of it. Just give me the 1 to 10 scale so I can see kind of what angle we need to go. Okay. Yeah, I don't expect a lot of 10s. I'd probably expect Marcus to be a 10. Everybody else wants to. Now, this is important because this is information that you're getting that will save you 200 plus hours of education courses and YouTube on Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency and how it works. Okay. And our team, and I want to thank y'all so much for being a part of our team. And I mean that in real life, not just on the internet, gets information that other network marketing organizations will never get because all they ever talk about is product, and maybe a little bit of comp plan. We talk about the product, we talk about the pay plan. We'll be doing some of that tonight, but we also talk about things that can benefit you, okay? In terms of financial literacy. And Coach Marcus has done a really great job of getting all of us on the same page with his financial literacy training that he's done at 2 events in a row, which is always a big hit with everybody because it makes so much sense. And it's information we wish we knew 30 years ago, to be quite frank. Now, I want you to imagine, just hear me out. Imagine that the blockchain, not Bitcoin, the blockchain, you hear those words a lot, is a big digital notebook that everybody can see. It's just a big digital notebook. Don't be intimidated by the word blockchain. It's a big digital note, just like a notebook with paper and pen. It's just big and it's digital. Okay, it's online. Everybody can see it. Anybody in the world who wants to see it can see it. It's not hidden. Okay. Nobody can change anything in it. You can't change it at all. You can't erase anything. You can just write new stuff, but you cannot change it at all. And this is important because we're talking about a type of currency. Okay. Now, Bitcoin is just like internet money, digital money, that lives in that notebook. Okay. So that everybody can see the transactions are legit. You can't do any funny business and nobody can mess with them. Okay, so in a nutshell, all right, Bitcoin, the blockchain is a big digital notebook, and Bitcoin is just like internet money that lives on that notebook. Okay, and I'm oversimplifying it, but that's basically what it is, and it's very secure. You just can't change anything. Can't screw stuff up. Well, why is that important? Because we saw when Vladimir Putin said some stuff that the president didn't like in America, everybody got together and they froze Russia's assets. They literally froze their bank accounts at any non-Russian bank. Now, Vladimir Putin is a world leader with nuclear weapons. And the government just said, you know what? We're going to freeze all his money because he said some stuff we didn't like. Freeze it. We're going to blame it on Ukraine. That's two European neighbors. We ain't got nothing to do with that, but we're going to freeze all his money. If they will freeze the money of a world leader who got nuclear weapons, by the way, what do you think the government might do to you if you ever do anything that they really don't like? Has nobody ever had their bank account garnished by the IRS or child support? You do know the bank can just reach in and take money and send it where it wants, even if you're fighting in court. It doesn't matter. Hadn't happened to me, but I know a lot of people it happened to. Your money can be taken at any time for any reason. They can freeze your assets at any time. Do you know that they cannot freeze your Bitcoin? They can't do nothing. They can't even access it without a 12-word combination, 12 words, an 8-digit PIN. You can't hack this stuff. You just can't. So that's one of the reasons why the United States just started, or they want to start, what's called a strategic Bitcoin reserve, where the government is now. They used to fight it. Oh, Bitcoin's not a big deal. It's not going to be big. Don't worry about it. They're starting what's called a strategic reserve for the United States, where the government buys Bitcoin and just stores it because they know it's going to go up in price. Think about that. Look it up. You don't believe me. Strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's a thing. Okay. The country of El Salvador, their currency was hyperinflated. We'll talk about inflation tonight. I wish I had learned about inflation in high school, but nobody taught it in college or high school. You just had, see, Missy just said she had her account froze. I can't see what the full comment is, but she just had her account froze. I don't even know what that even was for because I can't see the full comment, but that could never happen with Bitcoin. Just get over it. Can't touch it. The only person can touch it is you. Okay. Now, that being said, El Salvador, their currency was hyperinflated by the government. The central bank just kept printing money until the El Salvador dollar, whatever their currency is, was worth nothing. It was so bad that the whole country decided to make Bitcoin their currency. So if you go to El Salvador, Bitcoin is their dollar at this point. And they're the first country to do it. And I think Prague, some other European countries about to. I just saw a post on that the other day. So you're watching worldwide adoption slowly but surely. Now think about it. A lot of people are really upset. They say, man, we could have got Bitcoin for $1. It's worth $100,000 now. Oh, we missed out. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Bitcoin is still so early that you don't have to even have a full one Bitcoin, which is worth about $100,000. It is broken down into little pieces called the Satoshi. You could have some Satoshi, which don't even cost a penny. Yeah, and they're Bitcoin ETFs now too. Thank you, Marcus, which is showing people how widely adopted this is going to be. Okay, so just understand that, right? You got Bitcoin in your IRA. Smart. All right. Now, here's the thing, just to put this in perspective. You don't have to have a full Bitcoin. Okay, that's something what everybody aspires to. You never tell anybody how much you have ever. You just say, I got more than zero, in less than 21 million. That's a rule. I got more than zero in less than 21 million. Why? Because only 21 million Bitcoin will ever be created. Only 21 million will ever be created. They get created every day. And the longer it's out, the less they can create every day. And they run out at 20 million. Hard stop. The computer program will self destruct. That's it. So the value of it, especially once that happens, is going to skyrocket because people are adopting this type of currency. We're starting to see it, but you want to be an early adopter. I'm not telling anybody to go buy, but go leverage your house and buy Bitcoin. Don't do all that. I'm not telling you that. I'll give you some very simple instructions, or anybody can figure it out today. Now, let me just give you a sense. A typical Coca-Cola right now would cost, if you were to pay for it in Bitcoin, about 1,000 Satoshis. Well, what is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is the smallest unit of Bitcoin. Like right now, if you were to go buy a Satoshi, it will cost you less than a penny. Okay, less than a penny. That's how cheap you can get a piece of Bitcoin for, less than a penny. Is that going to go up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A Satoshi is spelled Satoshi, and they call them Sats. And this is because the person or people that created Bitcoin, name was Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, Satoshi Nakamoto is a pseudonym. Nobody really knows who it was that created it, but that's the pseudonym of the person whose name it was. So now you know more about Bitcoin than 90% of people. Now, so the price of Bitcoin changes, it fluctuates. It goes up to 130, $140,000, back down to $90,000. Maybe one day it'll go down to $60,000. I doubt it, but it might. And it is predicted to go up to over $1 million a coin. Some predictions are saying 10 million. That sounds crazy, but when you think about where it came from, when it used to cost less than a penny, that's not really that crazy. Okay. For something to cost like a Bitcoin, this is not actual Bitcoin, it's digital, but this is a little reminder of me of how much a fan of Bitcoin I've become over the years. Okay. It's a little gold coin. Okay. It's not actual Bitcoin, but it reminds me that I should probably be buying more Bitcoin. This little Bitcoin, to imagine it as a thing, used to cost less than a penny back in 2009, 2010. You fast forward to today, this same thing, if you were to sell one, you will get over $100,000. It's the same thing. It has just increased in value tremendously. So for those of us to say, oh, we're too late. Listen, look, Clarence knows that 94,000 the buyer's market, buddy. I've been on it. Okay. So just think about that. So right now, a Satoshi or a piece of a Bitcoin, like you got 100 pennies make a dollar, a million Satoshis, I think, or 10 million Satoshis make a Bitcoin or something like that. It's a lot. All right. Right now, Satoshi is 0.0007 cents. Doesn't cost a lot at all. So it's a real consideration for people who are thinking about finance because the dollar is losing its value over time. I'm going to give you examples about that. That's called inflation. And inflation is built into any central bank run system. The second the United States came off the gold standard and they gave the power to print money to the Federal Reserve, which is not a government entity. It is not a bank. It's not a public, it's a private bank owned by human beings who are not the government. But for some reason, probably blackmail, one of our presidents in the past decided to give the power to print money, okay, to the Federal Reserve. I think that was Roosevelt. And then Nixon put the final nail in the coffin because or was Nixon who took us off the gold standard, but who wrote the paper that gave the power to the Fed Reserve? Because that was before we came off the gold standard. Coming off the gold standard was just the worst. Okay. So this is what happened. The dollar loses value over time. Just keep that clear. Okay. Now, I'm being very optimistic, but I personally believe a single Bitcoin in a few short years will be worth more than $1 million. Okay. So if you own a piece of a Bitcoin, a tiny fraction of that, Satoshis, for example, that would be worth the equivalent. All right. Just understand that. Now, when you throw in inflation, inflation means that the dollar doesn't buy as much as it used to. That's all it means. The dollar does not buy as much as it used to. Okay. Now, the same Coca-Cola that you buy today will cost more dollars in 2 or 3 and 4 and 5 years. All right. How many people know that? How many people remember how much a Coke was when you were a kid? Does anybody remember? How much was a can Coke when you were a kid? It was 20 cents when I was a kid. A can Coke in the 70s was 20 cents. How much was a Coke? Miss Charlotte, a Coke was 10 cents in a can. Okay. Yeah. Me and Sean about the same, but yeah, 20 cents. Linda said the Coke was 5 cents. If she wanted a can of Coke when she was a kid, Linda could give them a nickel and they would say, here you go. Less than $1 for a 6 pack. Thank you, Susan. The bottles were 30 cents. Thank you, Missy. Look, Lillian just said 5 cents. Quintina said 10 cents. Now, you get the same Coke in the same can, the same of aluminum, right? The same drink. It costs you $1 to $2 now, $1.50, right? For a can. Used to be a nickel, a dime. That is because the dollar does not buy as much as it used to, and it's not getting better. You see, that is the crazy part. It's not getting better. That's the part that should really kind of, whoa, look, whoa. Will, you mean to tell me in 5 to 10 years, a Coca-Cola will cost $5 to $10? Yeah, yeah. But they ease it up little by little so that you don't really feel it all at once. But these jokers that run the Federal Reserve are playing the long game. They want you to be broke. They want you to be broke because when you're broke, you have to be dependent on the government. Douglas said a 16-ounce glass bottle was 16 cents. Wow. And that's just about the country mismanaging the money. And I truly believe that the only reason our country sold us out, I believe it was blackmail. That's just me. I don't think it was a dollar amount. I think it was blackmail. That's just me. Because who would do that? That's so dumb. Why would you do that? You're literally setting the country up for 70 years to bankruptcy. What are you doing? And now we're 30 some $1 trillion in debt. Now, if Bitcoin's value is going up year after year, now think about this. Yeah, gas too. Douglas says gas in 1970, right? Yeah, yeah. It's just about the dollar. It's the same gas. If Bitcoin's value is going up, the dollar's value is going down. You can walk into some stores now and see a Bitcoin ATM. I saw one today, a Bitcoin ATM. You can literally transfer it through the ATM. It's crazy. But if the dollar's going down value-wise, now don't get it twisted. 100 grand, $1 million, we still love the dollar. Like we enjoy it thoroughly. Don't get it twisted. It still is the most respected currency in the world for now. For now. But just understand, if the dollar is going down and Bitcoin is going up, I believe Bitcoin will be over $1 million a coin. That's just my professional opinion. I'm not a professional. That's just my opinion based on watching over 200 hours of financial literacy information, cryptocurrency information, Bitcoin information, all that type of stuff. Then a Coke, if you pay it for it in Bitcoin, would be way cheaper. Like because Bitcoin is going to maintain its value, if not go higher. I'm gonna just be clear. All right. So just understand that. Now, if I want to give you a fun perspective on inflation, we talked about a Coke was 20 cents. Do you know back when I was born in the late 1900s, late 1970s, right? A popular Cadillac was $9,000. If you were to get the equivalent Cadillac today, it's over $40,000. That's just little glimpse. That's just little glimpse. Okay. Look, Clarence, smart man. Hope you bought a bunch. That's just a little glimpse of how prices change over time. And it helps us understand why value and purchasing power shift. All right. So we're looking to use Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. All right. Because you're holding a digital asset that nobody can steal that could rise up and is predicted to rise up in value as the dollar loses more purchasing power. This is why big companies like BlackRock and even the government are all buying Bitcoin. All right. They're doing it. Billionaires are doing it. They don't want us to know. All right. It's like having some insurance in your portfolio that will just protect you from inflation. Bitcoin is not necessarily going to make you rich. it looks like what it's going to do is keep you from being poor. I want you to think about it in terms of, man, if the dollar keep dropping, I need to have something I can spend digitally. Because trust me, the Bitcoin debit cards are coming. They coming. I'm sure some bank already got one. They are coming. All right. Now, I don't recommend spending any Bitcoin at all. Just get it and hold it. We'll talk about how to do that a little bit later. Now let's shift it a little bit. Let's talk about our breakdown of the new GoDesana digital program. All right. And we have Clarence knows. So we have a digital program coming out with GoDesana and hadn't launched yet, but it's really, really cool, really slick. And it's $9.95 and it's digital. And this is specifically, tell them, Coach Mark, tell them. It is specifically designed. Okay, so Shauna made up a great point. I'm gonna come right back to it. Let me talk about this. Shauna made up a great point. You can buy Bitcoin on Cash App, you can buy it on Strike, you can buy it on Coinbase, but this is what I'll tell you. You 100% need to get a crypto wallet because when you buy Bitcoin on Cash App or Coinbase, like you buy it on an exchange, this is normal. You could open up a Coinbase right now and buy $5 of Bitcoin, which is a great start. That is, I don't know how many Satoshis that is, but that's a great start. Marcus, can you do me a favor and check and see how much is $5 in Satoshis? I mean, how much is $5 in Satoshis? $10, right? You can buy at a gas station. You can buy a lot of different places. But I prefer, yeah, you can do Binance. I prefer getting it off an exchange because it's very easy to set up. If you already have Cash App, easy to do. But one of the things you're going to want to do, and this can be a slightly complex process, maybe we'll do a video on it. But for people who do have Bitcoin, you don't own your Bitcoin when you have it on Cash App or on Binance or on Coinbase or Strike. That is it's just there and they're holding it for you. Okay. They can be hacked anytime. Just be frank. Anything could happen. All right. It's only secure when you send it to your cold. I have a safe, and in that safe, I have my cold wallet. You have to literally send it, look like a little USB drive, and you have to learn how to transfer your Bitcoin online, which is hot, to cold, which is a cold wallet. Okay, to a cold storage device. We call it cold because it's not attached to the internet. And some people say, well, what if I lose it? Well, that would be very bad. That would be very, very, very bad, very bad. Do not lose it. Do not lose it. But you got to ask yourself, do I trust my responsibility? Or do I trust this company like Coinbase or Binance or Cash App? Do I trust them more than I trust myself? Because they might lose it too. I don't, so, but it's only safe when you have access to it with your PIN number and your code phrase and everything like that. And Marcus said $5. How many was it, Marcus? I just missed it. For some reason, I can only see part of the comments on this.
It's 5,260.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so over 5,000 Satoshi. So don't think about Bitcoin. Can it grow in a cold wallet? Yes. Valerie had a great question. Yes, it will still grow in value regardless of whether or not it's in a cold wallet or not. It's just safer there because anything can happen on the internet. Anybody can be hacked. Anybody can hack your Cash App or your Coinbase. Anybody can scam it. Cold wallet can't do it. They got to plug it up to the internet. They got to figure out your passphrase, 12 random words nobody can ever figure out, plus an 8-digit PIN and some other security features. It's better on a cold wallet. Just trust us. And you can watch YouTube videos that'll teach you how to do it. Each brand cold wallet has an explainer video on. That's how I learned how to do it, YouTube. Okay. But you can, so don't think about it as, I'm upset I can't even afford a whole Bitcoin. That's like $100,000, right? Think about it in terms of Satoshis, and Satoshis are going to be the new dollar one day. I don't know why. I just got a funny feeling about it. That's how I look at it. I look at it in terms of Satoshis. I'm not going to spend them, but if I buy 10, 20, 30, 70, 100 Satoshis, 1,000 Satoshis, things like that, if I buy that, right? If I buy that, then I just look at it and that makes me feel better about just buying up incremental amounts when I move around. Okay. Yeah. I ain't even, yeah. Some people, and we'll talk about more strategies about it then. But just put a 1 in the chat if any of this conversation about Bitcoin has become made any sense at all, anything at all, right? And you can just go on Cash App and you can just buy $5 or $10 worth to start. That's awesome. Or you can download the Coinbase app. You put your information in and you just buy $5, $10 worth. And then next week you can do the same thing. You do want to start accumulating some Bitcoin. I was not always a fan. I wish I would have done my research more earlier, but you'll thank me about this later. I'm pretty sure about that. All right. And somebody else has got their volume off mute. Please mute yourself out. All right. Now let's shift gears a little bit, and let's talk about the Godasana. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into altcoins on this one, Clarence. That's a whole nother world for experienced traders like yourself. Yeah, we ain't gonna confuse everybody with all that right now. We'll do a separate call on altcoins, which are super cool. All right. But that being said, the new Godasana digital program. All right, I'm gonna do a quick breakdown. It's still a 3x12 matrix, but they've adjusted the ranks to be far easier, and they've adjusted the pay to be far more lucrative insofar as it's even easier to make money now. All right, I wondered how they were going to do it, but now I understand. All right, so in the 3x12 matrix and Godasana, to be exact, it would have almost 800,000 positions. Just think about that. Each of those positions, if they're filled at $10 a piece, that's going to be close to 8 million people. All right, 797,180 people. A 6% payout on that total volume will be close to $500,000. And of course, that's the best case scenario at every spot filled, but it gives you a ballpark of the potential size of the payout pool. That's almost $500,000 a month. If you only got 20% of the matrix filled up, 20%, that's still $100,000 a month. So just think about the value of that piece of it. Now, in order to earn off all 12 levels, you do need to have 3 people sponsored at this new $9.95 digital program. Okay, just understand that. You can actually be, for people who, I don't know if I can have my auto ship, you can actually be at the $9.95 program and earn off 12 levels, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Now, will you earn less than people who are at 20, 50, or 100 BV? Of course you will, because you won't earn any of the overages. For example, people like myself and many others will always spend over at least $100, but a lot of people spend 50 BV a month or 20 BV a month. If you're at the 10 BV program, the $9, I'm just calling it $10. If you're at the $10 program, you're only going to earn volume off the first $10 of any order. So when people have 100, that's how to do it, Jess. When people have 100 BV order, you're only going to get paid 6% of the 10 BV. You're not going to get 6% of the 100 BV. So you left 96% of 90 BV on the table for as many orders as that happens. So I'm not recommending that, but for people who are coming in, who are financially challenged, this is the best program in the history of ever. Now, Will, that's if you sponsor 3 people to unlock the full matrix. And if you want to be a diamond and unlock the check match, you would sponsor 15 people at that 10 BV, $9.95, the $10 program. You sponsor 15 people and you'd be a diamond, or I think 12 and you're a gold, or 9 and you're a silver, and stuff like that, right? But sponsoring 3 people at $10, you get full range of the 3x12 matrix up to 10 BV of every order. That's really, really good. But that's if you have 3 people sponsored. Well, Will, what if, and again, to be a diamond, that is 15 10 BV orders. That is $150 in sales. Some of you have done that with one customer, $150 in sales. So everybody can be a Godasana diamond, and that really builds a check match, and it fills up the matrix. So I recommend you shoot for that. But let's pretend you don't. Let's look at it from a standpoint of passive income, truly passive income, which is something you almost never see in network marketing. A lot of companies talk about it, but it never really happens like they say it does. So we'll talk about this as a passive income thing, and then I'll give you some ways to get people introduced to it, which who wouldn't want to learn about that? So from a passive income standpoint, if somebody joins this program with 10 BV and they don't sign up anybody, not a soul, they just hanging out at 10 BV. And if you're building and other people are building, they may see some people fall into their matrix organization, because we're going to work. That's how that goes. They will still be paid just by having the 10 BV or $9.95, the $10 Godasana digital product, which is amazing, by the way. This is a daily newsletter with incredible health information, incredible information on emotional wellness, incredible information on motivation and empowerment. It's the best newsletter I personally have ever read. And it's every day. I would like People get this information, just type information every day. It's incredible. Will, I don't want to pay for information. You paid for college, and that information ain't even helping you. You see what I'm saying? You pay for that master's that you don't even use. Like, think about it. You pay a lot of money for information. And we're going to build some extra value into it anyway. But just understand, very, very valuable information. And we are literally in the age of information and relationships. This is very, very important. So my point is, you have access to that digital product. If you sponsor no one, like if someone just joins you to get on the list for the digital information product, they can receive 3% of the first 6 levels of the matrix, which comes up to over $300 a month. They've done nothing. They just got the digital product and they're reading the emails, enjoying the information. They've sold nothing. They've sponsored no one. And they can make $300 a month. Now, I don't want you, oh, they can only make $300 a month. Where else you found $300 a month that you can have the potential to make and you didn't actually do anything? You're just trusting us and the team and the builders because we go and build. You know, we build around here. So that's what you're trusting. Okay, because we're not gonna quit. We're gonna build. So when people join you, or like if I tell somebody, if you join me, I'm a build. So you can work or you can sit tight. That's up to you. But monitor your inbox because you're gonna see some income. Okay, I can't guarantee you nothing, but I'm working, and if I'm working, you're gonna see some stuff, and you have up to 300 some dollars a month that you can earn. That can pay a bill, that can invest, that can pay down debt. You can buy more Bitcoin with that. You can do a lot with that. And it builds up. It is truly passive income in a way that we've never actually seen. Okay, that's like over $3,000 a year potential in passive income, and they didn't actually do anything. That's crazy. We always hear about that in network marketing, but we never see it. Okay, so they get 3% of the first 6 levels. That is very, very special. If they sponsor 3 people at 10 BV, which is just $30 in sales for them with this digital product that we have, they're going to get that doubled to 6% at 12 levels. And we know that's a boatload of money. So they go from 3% at 6 levels. If they do nothing, this is go to Sana. Excuse me. If they want to do anything and they get 3 people sponsored, they're not only going to get fast start commissions from those people. Okay. So their product is free, but they're going to now get access to 6% at 12 levels. And that's the most ridiculous thing ever. Okay. Now, this is a word. Now, I want you to think about this. Listen to these words. Imagine building your future with $10 and 15 friends. You can turn that into a diamond rank overnight. That is the fastest, simplest path to success you have ever seen. All right. And I'm ready to make it happen, and I'm ready to go fast and run. I'm going to say that to you again. I want you to just think about what I'm saying, because this is how it really works. Imagine building your future with just $10 and 15 friends. Turn that into a diamond rank overnight. That is the simplest, fastest path to success you have ever seen. Okay? Just remember that. Remember I said that. Okay? Because it's going to happen. Now, I want to break it down some, because when you sponsor 3 people, yours is free. Okay? So you're getting $3 and something per person. Yours is free when you sponsor 3 people. But it's the fact that you're getting access to that full matrix. If you want to sponsor more people and they decide to build, which I'm going to help you get some ways to motivate them to build tonight on this call, so stay tuned. The best is yet to come, right? Your check match is going to go through the roof, because check match is going to be the largest part of your check. Like, the check match goes up to, I think, like I'm a diamond. I don't know how much check match is. 50%, 25% check match? It's something strong. I get it. I don't know what it is. I get it. But here's my point. Oh, 50%. All right. The Go to Sana is 50. The HBN is 50 at Diamond. If the Go to Sana is 50, that's crazy. I thought it was 25. That new? Is the Go to Sana check match? Because they might have changed it, because this is something new. If they change that Go to Sana check match to 50% for Diamonds, I'm about to run through this wall. I'm gonna run through the wall, and we'll just do the rest of the call Tuesday. I will run through that wall if it's 50%. All right. That being said, if the more people you sponsor, the more you make, and everybody understands that. All right. But it's a quick return. The check match is 37% for Diamond. That is such a random number. What? Which is still crazy, because I thought it was 25%. What? 37%? That's great. Well, hey, they must have changed it. So it's more than what it used to be, which is amazing. So look, it's not run through the wall, but that's crazy. That's crazy. I love that. All right. Now here, let me we're just tying everything together. All right, but this is really cool. And it's the last thing I'll say about Bitcoin for a little bit. And then we're going to go right back into this go to sign of stuff because I'm excited about it. I said I wasn't going to do any more how-to content for the rest of the year, just working on mindset content, which is in education, what we're doing tonight. But with this new program, I have to kind of do a little bit of how-to content. So stay tuned. What? Marcus, what? No, can't be 56%. Ain't no way. I don't believe it. I got to see that in the PDF. I do not listen. Y'all, I'm telling Coach Marcus, he's telling me that the check match for Go to Sign at a diamond, when you sponsor 10 people, I mean 15 people at 10 BV, which is like $150 in sales, which is literally, that's not even a half a movie ticket. It's not even half a movie ticket. You telling me that's 56%. I don't believe you, sir. You have to put a screenshot in the chat or text me directly. I do not believe it because that's too high. That is the all right. Oh Lord, that's so crazy. Okay. All right, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. I can't sit still good. I'm so excited. Now, right now, the dollars we earn today are worth more than the dollars we earn tomorrow because of inflation. This is why I want to do this particular go to sign apart very, very fast. I'm going to show you some ways to do it. Don't worry. But right now, the dollars we earn today are worth more than the dollars we earn tomorrow because of inflation. Does that make sense? The money you make today buys more than the same money you make in a year because of inflation. Does that make sense? Put a one in the chat. If I want to buy 50 Cadillacs, right, or 50 Coca-Colas, let me buy them now when I can get them for less because they're going to cost more next year and the year after because of inflation. Okay? So that means moving fast really matters. I want you to earn fast. I want you to invest fast. Okay? Listen, you can get more Bitcoin today with the same amount of dollars that you can get next year. If you're traditional, you can get more Google stock today with the same amount of dollars than you can get next year. The dollar's going to be worth less. Yet money loves speed. And that's why jumping on this go to sign a $10 program is very, very important. And it's all about making the most of our money right now and getting ahead while you can. Okay. Let's talk about some sound bites. And I'm gonna give you several. But if you hear one that you like, I'll read it again. But this is some ways you can use in posts. You can use this in an email. These are different ways. I didn't say go do it right now because I'm gonna give you a bunch of other ways to do it. But let me give you some ways, and these are ways that you can use as posts to advertise for this type of program. All right, just let me know if you like one, and I'll read that one twice. First one: turn your coffee money into income. How just $10 can start your own digital side gig. Okay. Turn your coffee money into income. How just $10 can start your own digital side gig. That's crazy. I love that one. I'll probably post it. All right. Next, Netflix and Earn, right? How you can build a new income stream in the time it takes to watch a movie. Okay, I like that one. I might combine that one with the $10 one and make a cool one, but I like them both. Okay, but understand once I show you how fast you can get people sponsored, you'll understand how you can do it in the time that it takes to watch a movie. Oh, it's being recorded. Oh, good. They can watch it over. Yeah. Okay. From spare change to extra change, how a simple $10 step can create a stream of digital income. That one I don't like as much, but some people might like it. All right. Number 4, build your own $10 digital startup. Okay. Build your own $10 digital startup while you wait for your next coffee order. That emphasizes the speed that they can hurry up and get signed up. Okay. And for our people who attended the Global Expansion Masterclass, the Planetary Masterclass, where people learned how to build overseas in other countries, do you understand how valuable this is to have a $10, $9.95 digital product? And I spoke to Paula earlier. where they can get the money in almost any country in the world. That's the part she's working on right now to make sure everybody can get paid anywhere in the world. That's crazy. And you don't have to worry about customs or shipping or people stealing the products or they're not having a post office in the village. Doesn't matter. And if all they do, now think about this. If all your international team members or prospects did was buy a position and then you went to work, those people overseas would see up to $300 in US dollars. If they saw $30 in US dollars, they will go crazy and wild out around the village and sponsor 1 million more people. This is what can make it go global, international, planetary. I don't like the word global, planetary. It can really do it. Okay, so just understand that if you saw that class and you know how to build it, you know how to go on Facebook and you know what to say and you know how to recruit people from overseas, this is the offer that makes it go. Nothing like it in network marketing today. Nothing like it. All right. Now, here's one more. Transform one simple $10 bill into a digital income stream before your next Netflix episode ends. Okay. It emphasizes the speed of how fast they can get started. Even if they want to do the passive income side, they can just hang out. When people join you, it's yes, it's their time to go to work if they want to, but you're not enrolling people. Listen, this is level 3. This is mindset shift. You're not enrolling people so they can go to work for you. That's how all of these goofy network marketing MLM junkies going from company to company to company to company. That's what they think. They think that I need to enroll some people so they can go to work for me. That's not right. In network marketing, when you enroll someone and now it's your turn to go to work for them. It's your turn to become the best version of yourself and you go to work for them. You go build the business and you teach them anything they want to learn how to know, but you go build the business, it'll benefit them. Okay? Get out of your own way. It's servant-driven leadership. He who is last will be first. Leaders eat last. You got to understand that conceptually, all right? Let's move on. Okay? And there good stuff there. I love them all, but you can let's do we'll do 5 more. All right. Your $10 ticket to a digital paycheck. Start small, earn big, and keep it super simple. I like that one. All right. From pocket change to pay change. Don't like that one at all. All right. But it says, see how a single $10 bill can grow into a digital income. I like that one. Build a side income for the price of lunch. Turn $10 into your own digital startup. Okay, yeah, I like that one. See how a single $10 bill can grow into a digital income. I do like that one. And you can combine any of these, however you want to do it. Next up, build a side income for the price of lunch. Turn $10 into your own digital startup. All right, yeah, don't share it yet because the product's not even out yet. And whatever Coach Marcus just put, whatever file he put in the chat, y'all better save it and send me a copy because I don't want to miss out on anything Coach Marcus is putting in the chat. All right, here's another one. This is fun. Earn from the couch with a single $10 bill. Your new income stream can be one click away. Love that. Thank you, Coach Marcus. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, let's do one more. Your $10 shortcut to a digital payday. Start today and watch it grow while you relax. That's ice cold. If I was a passive income person, I'm immediately thinking that. And you got to tell them, I'm not a professional finance person, guru, whatever, economist. This is what I believe will happen with this company if you purchase a digital product at this particular price. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make that grow. If I win, you win, and I don't lose. So we're just going to go with that. All right. Your $10 shortcut to a digital payday. Start today and watch it grow while you relax. Now, remember, you can combine any pieces of any one of them from the 9 or 10 that we just gave you, but I think they're super, super good. Okay. Man, I got more of these. I don't want to do more. I don't think we need more of these. Yeah, let's move on. We got a ton more, but I don't want to do a ton more. I want to keep us going on time. We're almost out of time. Okay. All right. Netflix. God dog it. Oh, some of these are so good. Shucks. All right, I'll read you some more. All right, we don't record and I'll read you some more. But I got other information I want to cover. Netflix and Win. Turn $10 into a weekend income stream while you binge watch your favorite show. And it's not about writing, it's about catching these on a recording. Just remember to see which ones you like, okay? Your $10 ticket to a no experience needed digital payday. I like that, all right? No jargon, just results, okay? Next up, Skip the complicated courses. Ooh, I like that one already. Skip the complicated courses. Turn one $10 bill into a simple, streamlined income on autopilot. That is fire. Okay. Glad we read these extra ones. All right. Next up, from zero to earning in minutes. This $10 move is your shortcut to a new income, no experience required. I like anything that says no experience required. All right, last one, I promise, and we're moving on. Earn like a pro with just $10. The easiest digital side gig you'll ever find. Start today. But all of these are good. Yeah, pick one if you want, mix them up, post one a day, and figure it out. All right, we're moving on. Let's see. Oh, they're so good. So many of these are so good. Sheesh. All right, maybe we'll share these in a subscriber chat or something. All right, now when it comes down to text messages, I really want you to think about text messages that you can send, okay? And I'm gonna just give you some because I want you to know how you can post and how you can send text messages or Facebook messages 10, 20, 30 a day. Because if you think about this, if you send one of these following text messages to 30 people a day, that's 150 people in a 5-day period. That's 600 people if you take off on weekends. Out of 600 people, you're going to get at least 100 or 200 who say, yeah, I want to check out some information. And out of that, 200-300 people who say, yeah, I want to check out some information. There's just no way you don't get 15 people. It just doesn't work. The numbers are too big. Okay. So let me give you some Facebook messages or text messages that you can use. All right. Yeah, definitely a numbers game. All right. And you always say hey or their name at the front of the message, depending on how well you know them. Okay. I've got this super simple $10 digital gig I think you'd love. It's easy, fun, and we provide all the training. Want to hear more about it? Question mark. Okay, cool. You say hey, their name. I found a neat little $10 side hustle that literally anyone can do. No experience needed. Thought you might want to jump in with me. Okay, love that one too. Of course, hey, their name. I just started this $10 online thing that's super easy to set up and comes with all the training you need. If you're curious, let's chat. Fair, not my favorite, but fair. Hey, wanted to share a cool $10 digital income idea with you. It's totally beginner friendly and we can do it together. What do you think? Question mark. I like the end of that one, but I like the first part of the other one. Okay. And again, I'm glad we got these on recording. There's gonna be a lot of rewinding on this one. All right. Okay. Now, what video are you going to see? What video are you going to see? Well, I'm so glad you asked what video you're going to send because we want this simple. And remember what we talked about last time. It doesn't take a 3-hour video to get people to make a $10 decision. You need a movie trailer. Why? Because people see a 15, 20, maybe 30-second movie trailer, and they make a decision to immediately spend $19 on a movie ticket in 3 hours of time. To drive, watch the movie, drive back, plus snacks. So just that much information, 15, 20, 30 seconds of information gets people to make a $20 buying decision, not including gas, time, snacks, or somebody who they wanted to go to the movies with. They're spending $80 in 3 hours of their time because of 20 seconds of information? Exactly. All right. So what I'm in the process of doing right now, I'm gonna try to wrap this call up quick because I want to finish this for you, is myself and then Coach Marcus has y'all seen his videos, they're amazing, but creating a generic AI video, none of us are in it, a generic AI video that's very short, 30, 45 seconds long, that you can just download and you can just use when people say, hey, I want information. And at the end of the video, call to action is going to be there. I'm going to write it myself. And so you'll understand they can go, I'm either in or I'm out. It's $10. I'm in or I'm out. And they can just watch a 30-second video and that's that. They're either in or they're out. And you just move on to the next person. Okay. How many people think that they can complete those simple little 3 steps? Okay. All the video is free for the team. Yeah, don't you have to buy it? The video free for the team. We could always charge $1 for it or whatever. The bottom line is we want it free for the team. Does it cost us time, money, energy, and effort to make? Yes. Okay. Do we have to have advanced software to make our videos look way better than everything else? Yes. But do we want you to have a movie quality movie trailer, Netflix style movie trailer that's exciting and awesome that people can look at and say, yeah, I'll spend $10 and get involved in that? Yes, that's the whole point. So again, it's leadership. Do we spend more money and spend more time? Yes. We want it to benefit you. So please don't take it for granted. It takes us hours and hours to do because we want it awesome. It costs us money to do because we have premium level everything because we don't want no watermarks. We don't want short video. We want everything looking great. And we want to give that to you for absolutely nothing just because we love you and we want you to grow. We want you to be incredible. We want you to be able to leverage a tool that is not talking about my results or Marcus results or Coach Charlotte results. It's generic. Anybody can use it. And we are so grateful for you. It's just little things that we want to do to give back. So hopefully I'll be done working on that tonight, but we really want it good. And every time I see Coach Marcus videos, I get more and more ideas about how great we want it to be because he's amazing. Everybody in the class is doing great. All right. That being said, don't forget this, and we're going to move on. This is a mindset part that's important for you as we start to get to the end of the call. When you approach reaching out with people, 20, 30 people a day, which is what I recommend you do, with the genuine belief that you're helping someone, it boosts your confidence significantly, okay? Studies have shown that having a strong belief in the value of what you're offering can increase your confidence by up to 30%, okay? When you know you're genuinely helping people, it's easier to move forward boldly and faster, okay? We know that this is the only legitimate passive income opportunity in the industry. Ain't no $9.95. Yeah, it's $9.95 subscription service, but over the course of the year, you get over 300 absolutely world-class educational documents. I don't even want to call them a newsletter or email. These are educational documents. What educate? Yes, that's what's in the Library of Congress, digital educational documents. That is what people pay to go to college for, to get information. We're giving people information they can't even get in college. You're getting information tonight just because you on the team. Imagine, okay? So the first step, you send the initial message and you send it every day, all right? You pick any one of the messages that we just talked about. We just gave you 4 specific for Messenger, and you can mix them up, change them if you want. I'm gonna probably use the first or the second one and combine it in from the 4th one. But my point is this: each day, step 1, you reach out to 30 people with that confident message that we crafted. That's going to open a door and it's going to get a percentage of those people curious, okay? When they do respond positively, yeah, sure, I want to learn more about that. Why not, right? Send them the video, 30, maybe 45 seconds. Send them the video. The video is going to give them just the right information to get them excited to say yes, nothing else. It's not going to train them. It's going to give them just the information they need to make that very quick $10 buying decision. Then you enroll and then you duplicate. Because once they're ready, you enroll them in a $10 program and then you show them how to repeat those 3 steps. It's really the same thing as the best system. It's just not required with an educational component because it's a digital product that you become more educated when you read it. So it's actually even faster than the best system that we use. Now, you can use some cool names for it. This is all about your personal team and personal group. However you want to do it. You got the rapid results blueprint, the $10 turbo launch. I thought that was cool. Something with turbo. I like the word turbo. The speed share system, because it's not about selling. It's about sharing something you believe in with people that you care about very, very quickly. The quick win method. Okay, that sounds cool. Or simple success steps. Okay, tons of names. You can go to ChatGPT. You can figure out names that you want, but it's the same 3-step framework. And this is something that you want to be on the same page with your team about. Yeah, Coach Marcus, yeah, it should be sometime this week. It's not out yet, but when it does drop in a couple of days or maybe a week or so, we want you ready and trained to run. We want you ready to go. I'm sending messages, copy, paste, copy, paste. I'm on right. And do it while you're watching Netflix, right? Build it. So when you tell people that, no, I literally built this business when I was catching up on Netflix. You want the legitimate true stories and you can do it. It's just copy paste. Like, how hard is that? It's copy paste, pick the message, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. When people respond, which a percentage of them will, is copy paste, send the video. Copy paste, send the video. Now you might have to pause your show when it's time to enroll them, okay? But my point is you can do this and I recommend you to do it. Now, there is no dedicated group right now because we got 1 million groups and it's okay. I mean, we don't mind it. Richard Branson won 300 businesses. You got people on our team be mad that they got 9 Facebook groups. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Like, you want to be $1 million business owner or not, right? So we don't have a dedicated group yet. I'm thinking about y'all. Let me know what y'all want. If y'all want a dedicated group, so that your new people who join with this program can be in a group that's only about that program, and they don't get distracted with a bunch of product information and HBN specific stuff or Go Designer stuff that's not related to this. We can do that. It's really up to y'all. Okay. If you want a focused space where it keeps things simple and free of distractions and clutter, and people just focus on getting in quickly and duplicating quickly. And when they hit those first commission targets, like 30, 40, $50, we need to celebrate that because that's a 500% ROI. So it's a whole different energy, but I feel like it'll be way faster, but we don't want to do it if not for y'all. And we can post the video in there and things in that so people can rip it and they can share it and they can kind of build. And we'll celebrate when people hit the little thing. Like everybody's okay, we'll make it digital. Everybody's looking like they're saying the same thing. We'll make a group, no worries. And it'll help keep people on the same page. Okay. Now there is an email version of it. I like it. It's just a little bit lengthy. So I'm going to copy and paste the email, this email, and I'll post it in the Green Organics Leadership chat on Facebook so you can have a copy of the email to promote this as well. I love it. For everybody who's working leads, I'm gonna probably shift focus like that. Sandra has a group. Awesome. Yeah, if you got a group, Sandra, let me know. I'll figure out a message and get with chat, and then we'll tweak it, make it good. We'll have a message that you can use as a post in a group because our team members who post in the group is different than posting on your page. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you one more text message script. Okay, you can use this, might be for leads because it's a little less personal than the 4 examples we gave you for Facebook messages, but you can use this one for your cell phone text message as well, not your paid leads, different script for them. All right. But it says, hey, Will, quick heads up. I found a super easy $10 way to start earning extra income with full training included. Want me to send you a quick video about it? Question mark. Okay. Hey, Will, quick heads up. I found a super easy, the word super is very powerful. I found a super easy $10 way to start earning extra income with full training included. Want me to send you a quick video about it? Question mark. Okay, so use those as you like, and you'll be great. Now, think about celebrating quick wins and even small milestones, like a person getting their first sign up with this program can be a big deal. Okay, so with the group, since y'all want a group, we're going to post the success stories, but we won't know what to post unless you tell us. And if you're sending emails, what you should be sending emails in your back office, put a shout out to anybody in your team who sponsored their first, second, third person. Start sending out emails to your active and inactive Go Designer list of people in your website opt-ins so they can get used to that communication. And we'll do some challenges in there to make it fun for people too. And also keep the communication lines open. We're going to encourage people in that group to ask questions and to share what's working for them. And we'll go live and you'll go live in the group and share the things that are really working for you and that can help people. I feel like it'll go viral, Coach Marcus. I got a funny feeling about this one. I feel like it's going to go viral if we just keep it fun, simple, and supportive. Please write those words down. I need to keep this fun, simple, and supportive. If you can't check all those 3 boxes, we're doing something wrong, all right? And it'll help you last longer and it'll keep everybody engaged. Now, here's a simple approach. You can turn this into a wealth building system because this is not your full-time income, although one day it could be. It's not your job income. This is not your Go Designer, your HBN income, which is larger for a lot of people because we've been there longer. This is kind of like play money, all right? I think Go Designer is kind of like some play money, right? If you were to set aside 10%, and this is a wealth generation strategy, you set aside 10% for tithes or charitable giving of your Go Design income. Then you put $10 towards your next month order. So make sure you have at least $10 there to keep your business rolling. After that, you take another 10%. I would convert that into cash. I think everybody should have a cash reserve at their home of just cash, just a stack of cash. $5, $10, $3, just let it build up, never touch it no matter what, okay? Then I would take 20%, all right? So that's 10, 10, and now 20, so up to 40, 20%, and I would invest that in Bitcoin. That's just my non-professional investment advice. I would put that in Bitcoin. I would say go with some mutual funds, but mutual funds, the good ones, they take at least $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to even get into the fund. So Bitcoin is way more affordable for everybody. It is the smartest, cheapest investment that with the most highest upside that you could possibly make and you can download Coinbase or Cash App and spend $5 today and buy Satoshis today. You can buy a piece of Bitcoin today, and I would do that. Then you can take the remaining amount of your go to sign commissions from this program, and you can use that to pay down debt. And if you don't owe anybody anything, that's awesome. Just put it toward household expenses. So that being said, you're not just earning, you're saving, you're doing charitable giving, and you're investing all at the same time, which is super cool. And I don't care if you make $100 in commissions with the new Go to Sign program, which that should not be difficult to do. You make $100 in commissions, for an example, it's $10 to charity or tithing of the charitable organization of your church or your synagogue, your mosque or whatnot, right? $10 towards your next order. And for people like me, I'm at 100 BV, I got to put 100 towards the next order. But your new people might not be able to do that or might not want to do that yet. Your people overseas might not be able to do that yet. So put $10 aside for the next order. That's right. So now you got $80 left, $10 into the cash reserve. Okay. $70 left, $20 in Bitcoin. And that's going to include the fees it takes to buy, transaction fees. Excuse me. That'll leave you $50. And then take the $50 and use it to cover debt, pay down debt or cover your household expenses. That's just a simple wealth generation strategy that allows you to pay off debt, invest, save, and be charitable all at the same time. Just a little strategy there you can try, okay? Now, here's some things in order to really make this work. I know we're running a little bit long, but I always ask y'all permission. Put a 1 in the chat if it's okay if I go for about 10 minutes longer. This is important. I want to cover this stuff. And I do not want to leave this out and not cover it Tuesday, okay, while we're all in this rhythm on this recording, okay? Number one, here's some things that you might need to unlearn, all right? That's not about learning nothing new. You know how to do this already. We've given you all of the scripts, all of the text. The videos getting made for you literally tonight. You have everything you need, okay? Now, here's some things you might want to unlearn. Number one, in order to make this go really fast and go great for you, and this is in addition to everything you already know, I need to get my messages out. I can't be lazy, all of that stuff, right? Unlearn the belief that you have to do everything yourself. Unlearn that belief. You want to be successful. I'm going to give you some things that you can be successful in this program if you unlearn some stuff. All right. Number one, unlearn the belief that you have to do everything yourself. Many people think that independence means doing everything alone, but real success comes from teamwork and leveraging a community. And that's what we have here. Number two, unlearn the idea that big results require big risks, okay? Sometimes small, consistent steps over time can lead to major success, and that's what this is designed to do. Okay, number three, things that you might need to unlearn. Unlearn the idea that you need to be perfect or that you need to know everything before starting, okay? Action beats perfection. Underline that, okay? Number four, unlearn the belief that sales is pushy or uncomfortable. It's only pushy or uncomfortable if you don't believe in what you're sharing with people. If you don't believe in the digital product that it gives value, if you don't believe that $9 to get involved in a passive income opportunity is ridiculously good, $9.95, it's going to be hard for you. You need to build your belief, okay? You need to also unlearn the idea that success is only for a few people. This opportunity is for anyone willing to follow the steps. It's for anybody, okay? Unlearn the belief, next one, number six, unlearn the belief that you have to do everything yourself. We talked about that. Unlearn, so number six would be unlearn the fear of failure. That'll be the last one. Unlearn the fear of failure. Every no is just a step closer to a yes, okay? So understand that, all right? Now, here are three questions, because right now I would ask you, did anybody have any questions? Everybody's going to say no, because you got a lot of information and you're more than enough ready to go, okay? So I know nobody, do y'all have any questions? Got any questions? Put those in the chat, but I don't anticipate any questions. But that being said, okay, here are three questions that you might not think to ask, but these questions can really help you succeed in this program. Number one, this is a question you want to make sure you watch the recording and get these questions down. These are three questions that you might not think to ask, but can really help you and the people you sponsor succeed. Question number one, who can I reach out to for support when I hit a challenge? That's important. You need to know that early. Having a clear idea of who to go to for advice, encouragement, education, or something in the back office very quickly, especially if you sponsor them, that can make a huge difference. but it's not something people might think about up front because they're excited. Now, they don't know that they don't know what to do yet, right? Question number two. What small daily habit can I build to stay consistent? Okay. Success often comes from little daily actions. So figuring out a simple habit like texting people or messaging people on Facebook or sending a certain number of messages each day can really help keep you on track. All right. And then question number three, how will I celebrate my first win? Think about that. Okay. How will I keep celebrating progress? All right. Plan a small reward or some type of celebration for hitting certain milestones that keep motivation high, but they're easy to overlook. When you get that first $10 subscription order, right? You celebrate that one, or what about the third or the fifth? Or maybe I'll celebrate when I get 10 of them. And you want to make sure that your team understands that they can do that stuff too. Okay. Very, very valuable stuff. So let's close out with this. Let me see. All right. Now, and just to put stuff in perspective as we close out with some level 3 content. Yeah, buy Bitcoin. Love Bitcoin, right? $7 a month of Bitcoin is 70,000 Satoshis. I don't know why I asked that number earlier. I think somebody asked me that's how much commissions they had made. And it was $67 is 70,000 Satoshis. And remember, I'm of the optimistic Bitcoin crew. If it fall down or go up in price, I believe that one day within our lifetime, a Satoshi will equal $1. I believe it'll equal parity with the dollar, equality at the dollar at some point. As the dollar continues to go down and Bitcoin continues to go up, I truly believe at some point in our lifetimes, buying $67 of Bitcoin at today's price, that is 70,000 Satoshis. I think in time, that'll be $70,000. I truly believe. Sounds crazy, I know, but it's as crazy as the people who said Bitcoin was $1. It's a quarter. Oh, it'll never be anything. I had to learn the hard way. I don't want you to have to learn the hard way and wait 3 years to just start testing it out, because I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Okay. Because I don't know. It's Bitcoin. Go up, go down, volatile. It's what it is. I think it'd be great. And I look at, this is something that I'm looking at that I want to share this viewpoint with you as we close. I view Bitcoin as a business. And that's basically me putting money into an asset for my family that can grow over time without the headaches of managing a business, no employees. But the money I spent on Bitcoin last month, let's say $1,000, it is worth more than that today, right? Whatever the amount is, it's worth more. I'm like, man, that's profit. I can take that out and go spend it or save. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna let it roll. But I'm watching this strange thing that when I put money in, I get more money, and I did a withdrawal just to make sure that when I have it on my wallet, move it to an exchange, transfer it in dollars, it goes to my debit card. I just had to make sure it all worked like I thought it would, and it did, okay? But you're not dealing with business or operations, and the value is projected to continue increasing. So one day you could sell that Bitcoin at a profit. That is not far in the future. They got people that become millionaires by selling their Bitcoin. And I believe that'll happen again one day. I don't want to sell it, but okay. A smart thing to do, and this is something that's going to happen in the future. You probably heard it here, folks. Okay. There are going to be some banks in the very near future. Some do it now, but I'm not really looking to do this right now. But you can borrow against your Bitcoin and take out a loan against your Bitcoin. That's crazy. You don't have to spend taxes on that money because technically it's a debt, it's a loan. And you pay the loan off over 3, 4, 5 years, however long it is. Or you can just refinance it at the end and roll it back over and refinance it, which is crazy. So I actually have found people that are quite literally got plenty of Bitcoin. They're taking out $100,000 loans against it. They're spending and using that to maintain their life over the year, and they pay a little bit each month back, whatever. But then they just refinance it and then do it again. And I'm like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. But some banks will allow you to borrow money against your Bitcoin. I believe all major banks will one day. If you have enough Bitcoin, you can get a really, really nice loan, and you can live off that, and you just refinance it at the end. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's tax-free, which is ridiculous. All right. So that's, oh goodness. All right. That being said, one more thing to consider. I'm sorry, I'm wrapping up, I promise. One more thing to consider is a little note on mindset and patience. Even though we're doing a speed run and we're aiming for quick results, it's helpful to remind everybody that building real wealth, it does take consistency and persistence. And even though you'll be taking fast actions, I hope, staying consistent and locking in for a few months can really amplify your results. It's like planting seeds that grow faster because you're watering them every day. And we're going to continue to encourage each other so that we stay the course. And it'll be a nice touch. Now, because it's important. So I don't want you to think, all right, I'm $10 in. I want you to think I'm $10 in, but I'm going to do this for at least 6 months. And I'm going to send 30 messages a day, 5 days a week for 6 months. I'm just committed to do that amount of work. Okay. And if you need to delete Facebook friends and add more, then do it. All right. Now, here's the real value. When you join for $10, you're not just getting the digital go to sign a product, which is incredible. Okay. Me and Market have had a chance to check some out. I think it's incredible. All right. You're getting access to stuff like this. The people you share with, because they're on your team at less than $10, $9.95 digital product, they are getting access to a level of financial education that people will pay thousands for consulting, financial information, life coaching, all of the stuff we teach. You're basically for $10, your people, we all are at 100 BV and 50 BV, but for the people who join at $10, they are getting an incredible digital product that can be used around the world. They're also getting tuition to a university, Green Organics University, just like this, where the professors are millionaires, okay, or at least multiple six-figure earners, teaching you to do exactly what we did to make that type of money. Coach Tina, myself, Coach Marcus, right? I mean, Coach Seymour, right? Coach Sonic, we're literally teaching you this stuff, right? It's like learning things for $10 a month in tuition. It's incredible university you have access to with recordings, which is crazy, from your home, right? 90% of the world doesn't even know this stuff till it's too late. So that's the type of incredible value that you're giving to someone. You don't have to tell them all that if you don't want to. Your energy, your spirit will communicate to that when you send a message. Because what I just said, for some of you, was the mindset shift to make you really believe in the $10 digital program. You're getting because you're getting better stuff than college, right? Because that's the problem with traditional education. In college, and I got 2 degrees. I got a Juris Doctorate and a bachelor's. And I can tell you personally, I didn't learn none of this in college. None of the stuff I make money with, I learned in college. Let me just be clear. None of it. Literally zero, okay? In the college classroom, nothing. The problem with traditional education nowadays, and probably for a long time, is that it's often limited to teaching only certain things. And those things that you can learn and teach from a book, because your curriculum has to be approved, right? In traditional education. It's the agenda that you can teach is shaped by people with specific agendas. In fact, the people who write the books have never made any significant income themselves. You know, multimillionaires don't write textbooks. They write books. They don't write textbooks. And a lot of times they're being paid to write a certain way or a certain thing. And even medicine and law are showing the flaws in how they're done. People walk into the hospital, over 300,000 people a year die from doctor error, medical errors. So I don't know what they teach in those books, okay? So a lot of professionals even are not living the healthiest or most balanced lives. What we're offering here and what you're offering people is a completely different level of value. It's like tuition to the university where people are millionaires. The professors are millionaires. And you're learning things that most people will never hear about. So that's why I think you should be excited to share this new Go to Sign a digital side of things, because it's bringing real financial education and empowerment for less than half the price of a movie ticket. It is literally one of the best investments that you could ever make. It's one of the best investments they could ever make as well. All right, so that being said, that's what we got tonight. We ran a little bit long, but I appreciate y'all. Tons of updates to catch up on Tuesday and things of that nature, but I got to get back to working on this video explainer for everybody, okay? So I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. Good night. God bless. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Coach Marcus, for putting this together. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 7 on the testimonial call. It's been on fire. It's been absolutely on fire. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thank y'all so much.